everyone, iOS 18.7 is actually a pretty big change for the most part, and I'm actually pretty interested to see how this update is going to hold up, because so far it's looking to be a very important update, and I really do think it's a big change coming from the previous version of software of iOS 18.6.2. Now, number one, the big thing I really want to get out of the way here is that within iOS 18.7, this type of update, as far as I can tell, is probably going to be something where for you people who don't want to go up to iOS 26, 18.7 is the right, philosophy in my personal opinion. In fact, going one step further, I think iOS 18.7 makes a lot more sense to go through and install rather than iOS 26. And the reason for that is because within iOS 26, it is going to be full of bugs, it's going to be full of problems, and I really wouldn't recommend people to install it because, like I said, it's just going to be causing some issues for a lot of users. Whereas within iOS 18.7, this was a bug fix and security update. And the fact that Apple once again released this update the same day as iOS 26, I think is such an important thing for them to do, because they're going to be able to go through, give us these types of updates, give us these types of improvements without us having to go through and deal with these types of problems and issues like we had to before. And I genuinely do think, like I mentioned before, it's a really nice thing for Apple to kind of do this kind of stuff. And if they're going to go through and install these types of updates, like I mentioned, I think if you're going to install any update, iOS 18.7 right now is going to be way more stable than iOS 26. And the version of software that I'm personally going to recommend installing, that I'm going to personally install, is going to be iOS 18.7 on my personal device. It is not going to be iOS 26. Again, you can always update to iOS 26 once you're on iOS 18.7, but it's very hard to roll back to iOS 18.7 once you're on iOS 26, unless you have a backup. So in terms of that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.